Hi guys, welcome back to another exciting video. Today I have a sailboat in front of me, and there's somebody standing next to me. Who could that be? Oh,
It's me!
oh, you broke up. Try again.
Hi everybody, it's Geronimo!
Geronimo, hello.
Hi! Thanks for having me on the show, Endo. Again, it's a real honor.
Oh, well, it's always fun because you build the most complex things I can think of.
I try to annoy and frustrate. That's my one goal.
Alright, so this is not going to be a tutorial video because Geronimo did a tutorial video on his channel, and I'll link to it below and in the top of this video. But we're going to check out this sailboat because it has some crazy features. So no tutorial, okay? I want you to go watch it on your channel. Them to go watch it on your channel.
If you would like to know how to do rudimentary sailing, go check out my tutorial video. Hopefully putting this thing on the workshop either today or tomorrow.
All right. So we just got rid of everybody, so now we can go ahead and have some fun all by ourselves.
All right.
All right. So first off, I just have some questions because I did watch the tutorial, but
Welcome aboard the Wanderlust.
I was curious how you did some of this stuff.
Cheating.
I'm
a
stuck.
lot of cheating.
I'm stuck on something here. Stuck.
Oh, you're stuck on that tiller. Sit in a chair.
Where's the chair? Oh, there's a chair. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, I was curious. First off, are you doing magic to make it list to the left and right?
There is in the keel. I wouldn't call magic, but there's some fins down there. That's where the actual propeller is that propels it when it's under sail. And there's some fins down there that allow it to, like, depending on the strength of the wind and which way how far you've let out the sails, it'll heel the boat left or right, port or starboard.
All right, so you're using wind data.
Yes.
And then what do
direction data? Yeah.
And then what do you do with that? You don't have any engines that are pushing the thing, do you?
No. Yeah. There's a infinite generator down in the bowels of this thing. That provides power to things like the sliders here and some of the other sail stuff that would ordinarily be man powered.
But I mean, as far as moving, what's moving this boat?
That's also an infinite generator. There's a separate propeller down in the bowels of the keel that we
can't see. Okay.
That we can't. You can hear it. You might even hear the infinite generator going right now.
Oh, maybe.
But it sounds like a little whirring thing. But yep, that's what providing propulsion when it's under sail.
Okay. So the magic is you're taking wind data, direction of the wind, and then you're translating that into a small motor and using the fins to kind of simulate sailing.
Yes.
That's amazing, dude.
I wish I could tell you I came up with the idea, but actually there was a gentleman on the workshop who's made some tall ships, like some whalers and a tender and some other, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Xebec, Xebec. And he's made some amazing tall ships, and I stole some of the ideas from him, but he didn't do any sloops or anything like this, so I had to do all my own logic. But the ideas, the concepts are all his.
What about these cells? His too?
That's the idea, yeah. I couldn't use any of his XML parts, so I had to make my own. But
all right.
The concept, all the ideas, that's all that gentleman. I wish I could remember his name now.
Okay, if we remember, we'll put it in the description, right? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So we're just getting on the boat. I just want to sail a little bit. Don't give me all the details because I want them to go watch your tutorial. But how do I get this going?
All right.
I just found the water.
So, yeah. Come on up. If you look over, there's hidden grab iron. You see these fake railing pieces here?
Where? Yeah.
Just above it, you'll see spots you can actually grab onto.
Oh, it says handles.
Yeah, so you can grab those if you.
Are you XML editing? Is that what you're doing?
Yep, they're all hidden too.
Appalling. That is appalling.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible, son.
Yes. Okay. Oh,
so let's get some.
Wow, this is nice.
Let's get some lights on for you so you can see what you're doing now.
Wow, I didn't know it had an interior. You didn't show that on your video.
Yeah, well, that was just a sail tutorial. I wasn't.
Yeah.
Just, give you something to explore and look around. You're getting the red carpet treatment now.
Very cool. So just for your information, if you're watching this video, we're running in about 62 frames per second when we're in full physics. So to give you an idea what we're playing with here.
In multiplayer, no less.
Multiplayer. And you're not running a super beefy computer, are you?
No, this computer's like almost 10 years old now.
Okay, so yeah, so this should run on your system with no problem. So yeah, that's great.
I hope so.
All right, so all right, what do we do next?
Well, let's I'll crank the engine here, and we'll get away from the dock, huh?
Okay, so you're using a remote control.
Yeah, I did this on a small tender for that lighthouse because I wanted the tiller, but there's a GB Danny, of course you know him.
Yeah.
One of his ideas was he put an actual little microcontroller on the tiller itself, but the problem with that is that you have to look at it to steer the boat, and when we're sitting, you can't see in front of you right now, as you can tell. So it's kind of it's annoying, and I thought, this way you can get up, you can go if you're trying to dock the boat or tie it down, you can walk up to the bow, you can move around and still have the ability to control the boat.
You might want to put extra ones on there because I always drop them somewhere on accident, lose them.
You know what? It's funny you say that. Whenever I'm testing, I always forget to put them back, so I end up with a giant pile of remote controls on the dock.
That makes sense. Trim the sail. Trim the mainsail. Ease the mainsail. Wow, you got terms there. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, they're all. I had to learn sailboat verbiage when I was making this.
Yeah. Well, that's always interesting about you. You always do these things, but you're not like actually a sailor, right?
No. Yeah, I'm landlocked, dude. I live in the Midwest. So.
Okay. And you don't actually. You don't actually fly Texans or like work in a lighthouse. So.
Yeah, I wish I had like a warehouse full of vintage warbirds and sailboats and whatever else. That'd be nice.
So all your creations are based on research, right?
Yes.
Very cool. All right, so we're just using our engine right now, not sail power, right?
Nope. Yeah, we're all under motor power. We've got an engine.
Okay. So where's our? How do we know which way the wind's blowing?
Well, there's a little GPS. So I found this kind of cool. They have a GPS, like most boats do now, but you can fold it over. What they did, some of the videos I watched, these guys will mount one so you can check it out from inside, or you can flip it out and stick it through the companionway door, and we can watch it here. So I'll turn it on real quick.
Oh, where did that come from? I didn't see. Where did that come from?
Here.
Oh, at the side. Oh, okay, clever.
It's actually set up. If you jump into it, it'll get out of the way for you. Oh,
nice. I also just put the game onto dynamic weather, so let's see what happens.
Oh,
yeah.
So anyway, that's a regular traditional map, right? Then we have our little gauge on the right there that shows our wind direction, and then I'll just pop this up so you can see. So wind speed, and then our GPS speed below that. So that's what those numbers are indicating. And below that, we've got a little sounding display, which we can change the colors on if we want. We can make it that's my favorite one, that orange.
Did you make all this?
No, the sounding I snitched from somebody else, but the color change thing, that I did on my own.
You know what's interesting is I've never seen anybody use a smaller, different size monitor. It's usually either the block or the giant ones. It's kind of cool to see that.
Hopefully we see more now that, they're out and about now. I've seen a few guys using the fancy ones. Anyway, we've got some wind. So if you look at the display, you see 14 knots. So it's coming up to 15.
Okay.
So we'll actually...
What is the red and green?
That's what... So that's showing the left or the right side of the ship. So red is left, green is right, or port and starboard.
And the blue is the wind?
The blue is the direction the wind is coming from.
Ah, okay. Cool.
So on a boat like this, we really want the wind behind us, or at least to the side. So I'm going to actually climb out here and get our sails up.
Okay. What do you got?
We've got more than enough wind to do that now.
Oh, look at these sails. They're all... Wow.
They're on...
Wow, I would think that would lag the heck out of us, but it's doing okay.
I was surprised myself, sir.
Wow, that looks nice. Wow, okay, cool. And this is not a touch screen, right? How are you changing the screens? Remote control?
Screen?
Our little Garmin here.
Oh, yeah, the buttons there on the left, or the right, excuse me.
Oh, they work? Those are workable buttons? Oh.
Yeah, you can go and press them. They won't harm anything.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, we are sailing.
We are?
We are sailing. I turned off the inboard engine.
Okay.
We're sailing along. doing a whopping 6 knots.
Wow.
So I had never heard of a thing called hull speed.
Okay.
And that's like the friction, like because we got that giant keel under the boat that displaces a lot of water.
Uh-huh.
The boat mathematically can only go so fast.
Okay.
And the bigger the boat, the faster you can go. Which I'm sure a lot of guys like, a big ocean liner can actually haul butt, but a little boat like this can't actually go that fast because of all the friction that's created by the displacement of the boat, the keel.
Nice. Okay. So you just learned that yourself, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know that before. I learned that when I started researching it because they said like this boat has a hull speed of 6 knots. I'm like, hull speed? What's that?
And that's max, right? 6 knots max?
You can supposedly you can break. That's a mathematical figure. That's not like somebody took it out and said, "Oh, that's the best we can do." It's a mathematical. Like this boat's 28 feet long. The keel's this big. You have this many sails, square footage on there. The wind's going to X amount of how fast. This is as fast as you can go.
So how fast?
But you can break.
How fast can I go in this one?
I've on sail power, like hurricane force winds, 7 plus, maybe
That's
up to
it?
8.
Oh wow.
Yeah, if you crank it up to like, if you have the inboard motor on and the wind going, you could probably get up to maybe 10.
So how realistic do you think this is right now? Like, is this the right speed for this boat?
Yeah, 14 knots, 6 knots. Yeah, that's right on the money. You can actually exceed the hull speed in this though pretty easily. Like if the wind picks up at all, you'll see it. It'll climb up to 7 if we let it.
So wait, what's the wind speed right now? 13?
13 knots. You can actually change it to miles an hour if you want, if that's easier.
Oh, thank you.
15 miles an hour.
Okay. And the wind is
14.9.
blowing from left to right?
Yeah, so we can actually, by changing our heading here, putting this into what's called a broad reach, where the wind is kind of coming off from your back there, off your left shoulder, we can actually pick up a little speed. So depending on which way the boat is facing will actually affect how fast we go as well. Like if we're traveling perpendicular to the way the wind's going, we'll be going slower. If we're, of course, traveling into the wind, we'll be going a lot slower. And actually, believe it or not, if we're heading straight away from the wind in a boat like this, we'll be going slower.
Wait,
you wouldn't think that. Like if the wind's directly at your back, you would think, oh, well, we're going as fast as you can go. But in a boat like this, because the sails are, facing along the length of the boat, we can't go as fast as we could if we were kind of off to it.
What?
It was off to our rear.
Do these sails move to the
Our
right
side.
or left at all, or no?
Sure. Yeah. So by easing it, you're letting the sail out. I'm doing that right now.
Okay.
And by doing that, it's also letting some of the air or wind spill away from the sail. So by letting the jib and the mainsail out, you see our speed dropped off. We lost about 2 knots by doing that. And then I can even move the traveler, which is this thing to your left as you're seated. And if I move the traveler way out, it's going to let the boom out even further.
Let me see if I can adjust the wind to behind us here. Where'd I put it?
That thing is weird, isn't it? That little slider.
Yeah, like it doesn't... Whoops. I'm having trouble here. What's that wind?
Out of,
Is that in front of us?
yes, directly in front of us.
Or
we're in what's called, we're in irons.
wait, is it behind us or in front of us?
It's coming from the front of us.
Really?
From our upper bow.
I thought that arrow was showing the direction it's blowing.
It's showing the direction it's coming from.
Oh, okay. Is that backwards? Shouldn't it be the other way?
I don't. You know what? I might fix it. I might change it on the other way. Do you think it's counterintuitive?
Yeah, I would think that the wind would be hitting our sails from the arrow direction.
There was another gentleman who tried this out, and he said the same things, like which way the wind's blowing. So maybe I'll reverse it before I release it.
Okay. All right. So right now it's coming from our right, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So if
we're
we
in what's called a beam reach.
Okay. So if we turn left, we should get some speed, right?
Yes.
All right. Let's see.
It's only about 10 knots right now, so we're not going to go crazy.
Well,
but
we can update that. How about that? Oh, that too much? That's too much.
I don't know. This thing's actually surprisingly stable.
All right.
All right. So now we're 30 miles an hour. That's pretty high winds. So.
Okay. Are we moving now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're going. We're doing about 8 knots. But as you can see, the boat's not. See how it's bobbing around? Like if you set a waypoint, you'll see how we're moving from side to side. Or even look at the tiller, you can see that it's working to try and keep us on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is we actually want to spill. If we wanted to stay on course, this is where that balancing axe I mentioned in the tutorial comes in. So if we want to stay on course, we're going to have to ease the sails off a little bit, which means that we'll lose some speed, but we'll stay on course.
Huh.
More or less. Actually, now we're taking on some water, so I'm going to try to build John.
Just out of curiosity, do the physics actually show the sails are kind of billowing? Is that actually billowing?
Yeah, it'll calculate that too. There's a little bit of action going on there. So as the wind picks up, it'll bellow. Like if you drop the wind right now,
yeah,
you'll see the sails fall flat.
But is that you or is it the game?
That's me. That's
Oh, you're doing that. Wow. That's amazing. Wow. That's crazy.
Thanks, brother. I feel this is a nice alternative to blowing each other up all the time and with weapons.
Yeah, no.
You go out.
Yeah, no.
Just go out and just go out and peel out for a little bit.
No, you just have sailboat fights. Come on.
Yeah, somebody's gonna ask me that in the comments. They're gonna say, "Whoa, there's no guns."
Yeah, no, this is impressive. There's a lot of thought put into this. Wow. I love the front sail. What's the front sail called?
I tell you, it's nice sharing it with you. A jib. It's the foresail technically.
Yeah.
But a little sail like that was for
But it's billowing because you're calculating the curve, right?
Yeah. Let's go with that. Yeah.
All right. So if I kill the wind, it'll flatten out.
Yep.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is nuts.
It'll switch direction too if we switch to the wind the other side.
Really?
And you see our momentum slowly falls off. We're slowly losing.
Look at that. I switched. I think I switched.
All right, so no, leave it. I can work with this. Let me bring the boat around.
I'm gonna put this back off.
Oop, what'd you do?
I turned it back on to dynamic.
Oh, okay. You see how the wind, the sail side switched?
Oh wow! Look, now we're leaning. Now, are you causing that leaning, or is the game causing the leaning?
No, should mostly be me.
Really?
Yeah. Hopefully it's me.
How long did this take to build?
It's actually not as long as you'd think. Like I said, I had that other gentleman's his ideas. He already worked out the concept. I just needed to figure out how to implement it on, because he was building tall ships, so he had a lot of room, and it was just condensing everything and fitting it down into the keel that was the hard part.
Wow. I mean, with this, if Stormworks was more like a survival thing, you could really take a long time to travel around the different locations and try to survive, huh?
Well, yeah. I unfortunately, it's kind of boring inside. There's nothing really to do down in there. I was thinking maybe I could, because there are some guys that made some cool board games and stuff like chess and checkers and stuff. I'm like, that'd be cool. Put that down in there, but it just became a space issue.
Okay. Look, there's a box. I hate boxes. Ugh.
Dude, for all you, I know, I see it. There could be $8,000 in there.
Yeah, but who cares? It's not real. Oh wow, we're picking up speed now. This is amazing. I love this Geronimo. This is amazing.
Thanks, man. I'm glad I was able to share it with somebody.
I mean, this other guy, we should probably check out some of his ships sometime, but since yours is here.
I wish I could remember his name.
Yeah.
He makes some beautiful tall ships.
All right, so for sure, if you figure it out, we'll put it in the description, because if he figured out all this cell stuff, we should link to him. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tell people, if you want to check this out, it will be in the description, but for sure, click on the video and go watch his tutorial, because I'm letting him do all this stuff. I have no clue how this works. So watch his tutorial, play with his boat when he uploads it, play with his boat when he uploads it, and let him know what you think. Does that sound good?
Sounds great. Now I have to put it up soon. I can't. I've been sitting on this for 3 months. You need to put it on the workshop.
What's wrong with it? Why are you holding off?
Because I'm lazy. Unlike you, I'm not good at making YouTube videos. So that was the big kick in the teeth for me, was making the YouTube video.
Okay, so you're done, right?
You're the YouTube god.
Are you done?
Yeah. I just need to finish up some screenshots, write a description, and I'll put it up.
All right, let's do one more thing real quick. Let's go back to the base over here. The the dock. All right, so let's wrap it up here. All right, so I have spawned 2 boats. I have a pretty beefy computer, so I'm running 62 frames per second and 62 physics frames per second. And Geronimo appears to be running what FPS?
30 30 FPS and 64, 61 physics FPS.
Okay, so your physics are good. It's just your frame rate with trying to render out the two boats is hard. So that's interesting.
Because I have an
yeah, you have an older computer, right?
old computer.
Okay, but so for the most part, these things are pretty good on the physics, which is amazing. Okay, so let's just have a little boat race here, I guess.
Okay.
All right, so where do I grab my remote control from?
Down behind the tiller there.
Okay, oh, I see it. Okay, and
Are
what?
we having
Yeah, a little boat race.
a motored boat race or a sailing boat race?
A sailing boat race. Come on.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. Better get your sails up there, broski.
Okay, so what do I push?
All right, go along the right side, starboard side.
Oh wait, how does
Get
this
out of
work
there.
with a remote control and two boats? Is that going to screw us?
No, you can change the frequency setting there.
Okay.
You see the little, you see above it? It says there's a frequency number.
Okay, yeah. So shall I change mine or are you changing yours?
Yeah, I'll change mine. That's fine.
Okay.
Just as long as we don't have the same number.
So I'm on 0, right? Starting off.
All right. So we shouldn't need to do a whole lot of fiddling around here. So if you go along the mast there, see where I'm standing?
Yeah.
Go to about the same spot.
Ow, I almost fell in the water again. I always fall in the water. Ah, whoa.
Whoa!
Oh, okay. So
A jump race,
I
I think you just
saw an arrow somewhere. Okay, there it is. Raise main sail.
You got it. Click that. It'll
Right.
start raising that up.
Okay.
Now I fell in the water.
Aha. Is that all we have to do in the front here?
Yeah, everything else is in the back.
Okay. So while we're waiting, we should probably say that we looked up the creator that helped you. And who was it?
Andzen.
Andzen. Andzen. I'll link to Andzen below in the description.
What a guy.
Yeah. And a winner of a
All right.
Stormy Award, I believe. I think. I can't remember, but I think he did. Okay, now what do we do?
He should have. If he didn't, he should have. All
Unfurl
right, so
foresail?
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know why we're not moving.
Is there wind?
We should have been moving a long time ago.
Is there wind?
There's certainly waves.
The wind is... No, the wind says... Oh, I override weather. Oh! Now I really screwed up. Sorry. Oh my gosh. If I turn on the weather, it just like goes nuts. Oh well. Let's just... Let's not do that. I'll just do the... Wait, how come you're moving? Why aren't I moving?
I don't know.
Why are you special?
I didn't do anything.
How do I change my cells or something? What do I do? Can I ease them?
Well, it doesn't look like... No, leave them tight right now because you want to catch as much wind as we can because there doesn't seem to be any wind.
Okay, this is so weird. Okay, so if I... Okay, I'm going to bump up the wind.
Please.
I'm not moving. Am I moving? No, I'm not moving.
I'm moving.
What's wrong with my boat? Let's see.
Go to external or whatever.
Oh,
All
okay,
right, looks
okay,
like you're moving.
okay. All right, go. Quick, get it up. I don't know how to stop. Wow, these look nice. I feel like I'm sailing a boat now that I can see that I'm moving compared to you.
Or wrong song. What's that sailor song?
Yo
Yo
ho
ho.
yo. I don't know. Oh, look at this. I'm going 5 knots. Whoa.
Pretty
Okay,
good for a sailboat.
so if I want to turn left or right with my tiller, is that left A and D?
A and D, yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we can't label the remote yet.
Okay, so my motor's not on, is it? Because I feel like I'm going fast. Like, way fast. 5 knots. Okay, this is cool. You could have sailboat races, right?
Yeah. I'm not catching you, but I'm staying with you.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, these are cool. If you guys have not downloaded this by the time this video is done, you should go download this when the video is done. What's interesting is when I'm in the first person view, I can kind of see I'm moving. You know, I feel like I'm moving. But when I go to third person, I feel like we're not moving at all.
Like watching paint dry.
Yeah, is that for you too? Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, well, do you have the water foam turned off?
No, it's turned on.
You off?
No, it's on.
Oh.
Yeah, I just don't feel like I'm. I guess I'm so used to these boats that are like super fast. We're just
Well,
kinda,
we're not going. Yeah, we're not going all that. The wind speed is pretty low anyway.
Yeah, I mean 5 knots, so that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, this boat it handles low speeds probably better than it does high speeds, which is kind of normal. That's kind of realistic.
Yeah.
I know that sounds silly, but like at low speeds, it'll be about as quick as it would at a high speed, up to a point.
Okay, so I'm.
Like once you get under about 9 knots, which is where we're at now, your speed's gonna start dropping off quite a bit.
It's at 26 now.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, this must be multiplayer stuff.
Why? Cause,
Well, 16% will be about 12 knots when I was doing it in single player.
Really? All right,
Yeah.
let's bump it up. 43.
Bump it up.
44. How's that?
Pretty good. Pretty high. You remember that panel?
What panel?
The panel inside there with the switches on it?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
You see one at the just under the battery says bilge pump? Yeah, turn that on. I know we're
Bill.
waters.
Oh, does it come inside the boat?
Yeah, I noticed it was doing it on yours, and it's certainly doing it on mine. So
How do you know? Where does it show like water's coming in somewhere?
I see foam at the door.
Oh, I thought it said like water level. You don't have a meter for that?
No, there's no meter.
All right. Future request. Water meter.
Never.
Yep. Okay, now we're moving. All right, Geronimo. Well, thank you for letting me sail against you. Apparently, I'm very good when I get a head start. Although you caught up already.
Sailing with you, sir, is always a pleasure. A nice, peaceful, relaxing day away from the weapons.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And apparently you can use 2 sailboats in the game. So get your friends to download this and go sailing in Stormworks before they even release the Sails DLC.
Can't wait to see you out there, guys.
All right. We'll see you next time. Use the links in the description. Check it out. Download it. Bye.
Bye, everybody.